everyone, Thomas here and welcome back to another video. So today I'm back here for another speed build, and today we're going to go ahead and create this home called Lockridge Cottage. So if you'd like to go ahead and download this for yourself, it is up on the gallery now. My origin ID is real Thomas TV1. So this is kind of just a traditional style cottage. I don't know why, but I've been really liking doing these recently. I kind of stopped doing really small builds just because I felt like it was a quick way out of getting a speed build up, and that's another reason why I started doing mansion builds every week on Sundays, if you don't know. And so I stopped doing them, but it's actually something I really like to do, and it kind of just allows me to kind of really focus on them, because with the mansion builds I don't have all the time in the world to, you know, clutter up every room and put like all of those little details in and stuff. I do sometimes, and I try my best to, but I can't do it in as much detail as I could with this cottage home, which is a little bit on a smaller scale. So that's what we're doing today. And you can see that we went with a green siding, which is something that I started to use a little bit, but I felt like I was using it a little bit too much. But I just felt like it kind of fit this house nicely, so that's what we went ahead and used. You may have also noticed that I didn't actually cut out any kind of, well, anything in this build really. You can see the footage from the very beginning to the very end. I did it all in one go, so it's all just one recording file, and I didn't make any kind of jump cuts or anything, which is good because sometimes I do cut out bits that you may find a little bit boring, which is normally the bathroom and me kind of going around and doing the floor plan, putting the wall coverings on and stuff like that. So you can see everything in today's build, which is great because I know some people asked me to kind of include that. And this build took me, well, I've got the recording up here, it says 38 minutes this took me in total, which is no time at all really. And yes, so we'll just go around doing the outside here, as you can see, and I'm currently recording this on the 11th, this is going up tomorrow on the 12th I think. I've been a little bit slow on videos, which I've explained in yesterday's video, which was the beachy apartment, which actually hasn't went up yet for me as I'm doing this voiceover, but it will be going up in like 2 hours for me doing this voiceover. But it should be going up yesterday for you if this is going up on the 11th. It's always weird like trying to explain things when I'm pre-recording, which kind of just happens anyway, because I'm kind of have to think about when the video I'm talking about is going up, so I don't end up ruining any ideas or anything. And yeah, so anything that's been happening, well actually yesterday I had a very exciting day, not really, because I got a flat tire. So if you don't know, I got my car the other week, and I was driving, I like pulled off my driveway and I started driving, and then this warning light came on, and it said that I had low tyre pressure, and the tyre pressures are supposed to be like 30 psi, or well around like 30 psi. I don't know what psi stands for, but maybe you know if you have a car. And the back left one said 12, which is way below, because the back two wheels are supposed to be 29 and that was a 12, so I knew it was a problem. So I pulled over quickly just to kind of see, because I didn't want to drive all the way to school and then, you know, with a flat tyre, because I could do like damage to the wheel and stuff. So I had a look out of it and it looked absolutely fine, but then later in the day my dad looked at it and there was a huge big nail in it, and I don't know how on earth that happened, but I did actually notice that the car, like when I was going over just like even a flat road, it sounded a little bit weird, like it was like I was going over a bump or something. Really weird sound. Anyway, so that was the reason, so we repaired that yesterday, and yeah, so it's all fine now. So we're just working on the landscaping, as you can see here, and it is pretty simple. I mean, you know, I've been doing a lot of kind of, well, not really recently, but I used to do a lot of landscaping where I just included so many colours and didn't really think about what I was doing. But now recently I've been trying just to pick 1 or 2 colours, so it's not too over the top, and it kind of just looks a little bit more thought about, I suppose. And I kind of like how that looks actually. So we're just going around doing that. I was going to put an outside bin in, but there wasn't really anywhere to put it, so I just left that out. Normally, you know, in these worlds anyway, there's normally an outside bin like on the street, which you can just go ahead and use. So, but there is an inside bin as well. So, well, actually, another thing I wanted to talk about, I don't know if I've mentioned this in yesterday's building, I can't remember, but I did actually get my 3rd Max's favourite on the gallery, which was totally unexpected actually. It happened the same with the second one, I wasn't expecting it either. So it did actually happen a few days ago, you probably seen me talk about it on Twitter earlier this week. So I was just on my gallery uploading a build, and I saw just a load of comments, and whenever that happens I'm like, okay, this must be something that's happening here, because I never really get comments. I feel like that's just something that we all like get, is that not a lot of comments, which I'm not bothered about. It's just something I've seen. And yeah, so that happened, and I saw it, and people just commenting Max's favourite, congratulations and stuff like that. I was like, okay, I've got another one, which was pretty exciting. I've went from like having none for like years of me doing these builds to all of a sudden get like 3 in the space of a few weeks, which is crazy. But yeah, I'm really glad about that, and I suppose it means my hard work is being paid off, I suppose. So we're just working on the interior here, as you can see, and you saw me with the process of going in with the wall coverings. As you would have saw, it is pretty boring. That's why I normally, you know, take it out of the speed build, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to include it so that the build isn't really that small. We did a kind of one of those little octagonal, whatever they're called, type of rooms on the front there, you know, just for something a little bit different in terms of a shape, because I don't know, I just never really used those in the new roofs that I got a little while ago before cats and dogs, so I thought that'd be nice to include. I also scaled down the coffee table, as you can see. I really like using those kind of like 2x2 size ones from Parenthood that I use quite a lot, actually, and also the one we've got with Jungle Adventure. But it just seems a little bit too big for that space, so I went ahead and made it a little bit smaller. But as you saw there, I had a bit of trouble trying to fit on anything onto that table because it, you know, it'd been sized down. So I just ended up leaving it blank, which I don't know how good that looks. I mean, it looks a little bit bare, but you know, I don't know. And also, I think I've just realised that little end table that I put between those two sofas, I think I've totally forgot to put anything on that end table. Oh my god, I think I totally forgot to do anything. How did I manage to do that? Okay, that's a bit annoying because I've kind of already uploaded it to the gallery. That's a bit irritating. I don't know, I might change that, I don't know. I suppose it's a minor thing that you could easily go ahead and change if you want to, if you go ahead and download this house. I don't think anybody would notice, to be honest, because it is a pretty simple thing. That is actually really annoying. Anyway, so we're just working on the kitchen here. We are going in with some Jungle Adventure counters, which is actually something that I'd never really used that often when the pack came out, Jungle Adventure, because I just love the Parenthood counters and stuff. So you probably notice how I use those all the time in my builds, but I thought it's maybe time to switch it up a little bit. And since we've got the island counters now with the Jungle Adventure in an update recently, I thought to kind of just give me, you know, even more reason to go ahead and use those counters, because they are pretty nice actually, and they do have a nice colour swatch of kind of like a neutral colour, which works a lot with what, you know, colour schemes that I like to go for. And yeah, so we're just working on a little dining table. It's only a 2-seater one, but there is the, you know, the island right next to it, so I didn't really worry about that too much because, you know, we've got 5 dining seats there. There's also the sofas as well, which, you know, there's more than enough space considering it's only 1-bedroom home. So yeah, I don't know if I mentioned that, but there's 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and yeah, so the bedroom that we're working on right now, well, I just put the curtains in for some reason. I don't know why I did. I think it was just to save time a little bit, I suppose, because I was putting the curtains down in the kitchen. But the bedroom, I did go ahead and put in a kind of like just a little computer, you know, the 1-tile computer desk that we got with City Living. I put that in because I don't know why, but recently I've been forgetting to put computers in my builds a lot. I don't know what it is, but I always forget to put them in. So I thought it's kind of nice because it doesn't really take up that much room, because we're kind of a little bit limited for space, but it is, you know, something else you can use for skill building and, you know, just for the fun need, I suppose. And yeah, so we're about to work on this bedroom here. This build came in just under 80,000, I think, which is pretty expensive, but I kind of just realised that we're using this bed, which I don't even think about a lot when I'm building. It's like what packs I'm using and how much the build is, unless I'm doing a restricted pack build or whatever. So I don't really focus that a lot because I just like to do what I want. So I probably didn't think about how much that bed is, because I'm pretty sure that's one of the most expensive ones, isn't it? I can't really remember. Anyway, also go ahead and put those mirrors behind the bed. I don't know what it is, but those mirrors from Vintage Glamour I use quite a lot. I use them a lot to put behind console tables, behind dressers, and also behind beds as well. I don't know what it is, but it's just nice, I suppose. A little bit different than just putting, you know, a painting behind it or something. And yeah, so we're pretty much finished with the build here. We've got like there's about half a minute left or so before the build ends, and then I'll go ahead and leave some screenshots as well. You can also see the full process of me doing the kitchen, not the kitchen, the bathroom, because I normally cut this out. But just a pretty simple bathroom for what I normally do in terms of colour schemes and stuff. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't. Go ahead and download this from the Sims 4 gallery, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!